My name is Sharon Haines, and welcome to your 8-week weight loss challenge. I'm a certified personal trainer, and I would like to go over this with you. And the reason it takes 8 weeks is because, well, that's the time it takes your total body can transform in just 8 weeks. And it took you time to get into this mess, gaining weight, so it'll take time to get out of it. I'm breaking this down into 8 sessions because I have a lot to cover, and so I just want to be real thorough and cover everything. And you can transform your entire body in 8 weeks. And I just recently lost 12 pounds in the last 2 months, and the reason I lost 12 pounds is because I've had more time lately to spend on exercising, and also more time to spend on cooking foods properly and not eating out. When everybody's staying at home, I have more time in the kitchen, which means more time to cook nutritious foods, vegetables, and fresh vegetables, and grains, and healthy foods, instead of eating out fast foods. We completely cut out fast foods. And one reason that I gained weight was because, well, I was studying for my personal trainer exam, which I passed, yay! But I spent about 3 months studying for it, and during that 3 months time, I wasn't exercising much except for the days that I taught class. I'm an instructor, and I teach Zumba and SilverSneakers, and so that was only a couple of days a week that I was exercising, because I was so busy studying for the exam. And I just spent so much time studying because it's such a hard exam that I didn't have time to work out, and I didn't have time to cook, and so therefore I gained a lot of weight. But now that I've passed the exam and I have this time to spend on, taking care of myself and my family, we're all, losing weight and being more healthy. And so I wanted to share with you the things that I've learned. Basically, to lose weight, you need to expend more calories than you take in. And so counting calories works, although that's too hard for some people. They might not want to count calories. If you don't want to count calories, that's fine. Then just eat whole foods, eat a lot of vegetables, and some fruits. Not too much fruit, because fruit has, you get too much sugar if you eat too much fruit. So about 4 or 5 servings of vegetables a day, 2 or 3 servings of fruit. Eat whole grains, and you don't want to eat processed foods. Try to stay away from processed foods. If you pick up a bag of something that has over 5 ingredients, then put it back. Stay away from processed foods. Eat the foods that God made, the fruits, the vegetables. Eat meat, and dairy's fine, although some people are no dairy, but people have been, drinking goat's milk or whatever since biblical times, so I don't see a problem with dairy. But and just think, what they ate in biblical times, and what Jesus ate. Jesus fed people a crowd of fish and bread, and so and they ate honey from the comb, which honey is very healthy. Fish is healthy. And on how many calories you need, that, well, depends on if you're a male or female and your height. And but for women, 2,000 calories a day is probably too much, too many calories. You don't need that many calories. I just want to go over this. A 2,000 calorie a day diet will keep your average 5'4" woman at about 200 pounds. Now, I find that really shocking. So, I'll say that again. A 2,000 calorie a day diet will keep your average 5'4" woman at about 200 pounds. And it also depends on if you're active, if you exercise or not. But most people do not exercise intensely enough to really make a difference. They really don't. And so, for me, I'm 5'2", so 2,000 calories a day is way too much for me. I try to consume about 1,700 calories a day, and so I'm 5'2", 1,700 calories a day, and I exercise a lot, and so if I did not exercise vigorously, then I would need fewer than 1,700 calories a day, like maybe 14, 15, 1,600. And when you eat vegetables, try to eat a variation in colors, because each color has a different vitamin in it. It gets all your vitamins that way. So you try to eat a rainbow of colors. Eat your greens and also get a rainbow of colors. And one belief is that all calories are the same, but I believe all calories are not equal. Before, a nurse told me your body doesn't know the difference from the calories from a candy bar or anything else. He said you could eat nothing but candy bars as long as you have the right amount of calories every day. But I totally disagree with that, because, well, for one, you would be starving all the time because your body would be craving nutrients that it's not getting, and your body would be craving protein and carbs to fill you up so you feel satisfied. And also, if you ate nothing but candy bars, you would have high blood pressure, you would have diabetes, and you would have just a whole lot of health problems, and it would also literally kill your brain. People sometimes get dementia or Alzheimer's from eating nothing but sugar, and that's what happened to my mother-in-law. It causes just eating nothing but sugar completely destroys the brain, and it's a really sad thing to see someone do. My mother-in-law, as she grew older, she got to where she ate sweets all the time, and then she'd have just a little sandwich with just a little bit of meat. Then she quit eating sandwiches and then would only eat donuts towards the end of her life. And she didn't know who her family was, who her husband was, and she had hallucinations, and she was put into a nursing home. They got her on a proper diet, and after they got her on a proper diet, she recognized her family again, and my brother-in-law was real shocked that she knew who he was. So sugar wrecks your health. So it's, I know it's hard to break sugar habits. What I do that helps is I make protein shakes, and also you get natural sugar from fructose, but I like to make whey protein shakes, and it comes in different flavors, and I like vanilla cream, and I like chocolate, and that way with the chocolate protein shakes, I'm getting my chocolate too. And women crave chocolate, and studies have shown that women have a need for chocolate, bleed, because of the magnesium in chocolate. So, but once again, protein shakes are a good way to get your chocolate without getting all the fat. And another thing I want to go over is carbs are not evil. A lot of people are on a keto diet, which in the long run, the keto diet can really wreck your health. So, according to NASM, the National Association of Sports Medicine, carbs are good. NASM says carbs should be, I believe it's say 60% of your diet, but especially whole grains are better than white flour. Obviously, you should try to stay away from white flour. But according to NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, they say carbs are good. And I got my personal trainer degree through NASM. And carbs is what fuels you, which gives you energy to work out, to exercise. And protein's good too, but protein does not give you energy. Protein is good for building and repairing, but you need carbs for energy. And you should eat whole grains, and you should eat some nuts and some good fats, because the good fats, they actually basically eat some of the bad fats, but you should have only like 2 ounces of nuts. And almonds are very, very good, very healthy. And Brazil nuts, if you don't know where they are, if you get a can of mixed nuts, the Brazil nuts are the real big fat nuts in there. And you can also, at some health food stores, you can buy them in bulk, in the bulk bins. But Brazil nuts have been proven to help thyroid problems with people, women who have thyroid problems. If you eat 2 or 3 Brazil nuts a day, it's supposed to help your thyroid if you have thyroid problems. But you're not supposed to eat more than 2 or 3 Brazil nuts a day, because then it causes something else. A nurse friend of mine told me that, and she didn't remember what it was it causes if you eat more than that amount. So therefore, I don't know what it is it causes, but she said it's not good to eat more than 3 a day. And other good fats are avocado and olive oil, but you should eat avocado only in small amounts, and not too much avocado. And you should try journaling everything you eat. Journaling has been proven to be very successful. Just write down everything that goes into your mouth, and then count the calories, or at least, take notice, if you're not losing weight, you might, look at what you journaled, those snacks you snagged. It helps you to be more aware. And salad dressing. A lot of the ones that say light on the bottle are not actually low calorie or low fat. So you should use fat-free or very low-fat salad dressing. I like to make homemade salad dressing. I mix some olive oil with vinegar, and it doesn't have to be any measured amount, just whatever you like. And then I also like to mix a little bit of Dijon mustard in with mine, just a dash of it, but not everybody likes the mustard. And you can also use red wine or cooking wine as a salad dressing. And I'll share a couple of food preps recipes I have here. One is cauliflower mashed potatoes. I like to sometimes mix my mashed potatoes with half cooked, cauliflower. So I make it half and half sometimes, like half cauliflower, half mashed potatoes, and just mash that up together. And that way it's less fattening, because there's a lot of starch in potatoes. So I've lost weight doing that. And my husband, he won't eat the cauliflower mashed potatoes. He doesn't like it, but I like it very much. So you just try it, see if you like it. And have mostly vegetables on your plate cooking. And you should also cook low-fat soups. They're mostly, since they're water-based, that helps you lose weight. You put a lot of vegetables in your soup. And see, I covered smoothies. And when I make smoothies, in the past I gained weight from putting too much fruit in my smoothies, and so what I do is I have a little blender, and it has a small container to it, for making smoothies, and that small container to my blender, it only holds like an apple or half of a very large apple, and some strawberries, and then milk, and then my protein powder, and that's all it will hold. And so that way I don't get too much fruit, don't make it too big. And see, oatmeal's really good. That's a good whole grain. And I like putting fresh chopped apples in my oatmeal. I chop the apples up small, and then I boil them in water before I cook the oatmeal, and I add some cinnamon, and I add it's called Truvia. It's like stevia. You can use stevia if you like. Some people don't like stevia because it has a bitter taste. So I use Truvia, which is brand of stevia. And then I add some more water to it in the oatmeal and let it cook, and it's really good. It's delicious. And coconut oil is good for you for cooking with, only you can't use it at real high temperatures because the components of the coconut oil break down, so you can't fry real high with it. Beans. You should cook lots and lots of beans. Poor people have lived off of nothing but beans and been healthy, for thousands and thousands of years, and beans are very low calorie, and then they'll fill you up, and so you eat lots of beans. So to lose weight, you really need to eat beans like almost every day. It's real helpful. And let's see, and drink lots of water. Drink at least 7 bottles of water a day. You just drink water all the time. And timing is everything. You should drink the water first thing when you wake up in the morning. Drink water throughout the day. And also, try not to eat after it gets dark. Because that's one way that I lost 12 pounds, quit eating once it got dark. Or if I did eat, it'd be something like low fat, like salad or vegetables. If you get hungry, you can eat all the vegetables you want, just not the ones that have a lot of sugar, like corn has a lot of sugar, but you can basically eat all the vegetables you want and, get filled up. And if you're still hungry, you might try a little bit more carbs. So, but just try to stop eating once it gets dark, because that was too hard for me to do at first, and then I gradually got to where I could do it, and that's helped tremendously. And I'll share some recipes with you. I'll give you one recipe right now. Today we cooked black beans in a crock pot. You cook the black beans, or any type of beans you want, pinto beans, whatever. You cook them all day with some either vegetable broth, or you can use any type of broth you want, and added onion and garlic in with it, and some seasoning. And use whatever type of seasoning you want. And then we're using the black beans to make black bean enchiladas and also bean soup. So for the enchiladas, just get some tortillas, and you get some enchilada sauce, and you warm up the tortillas in the enchilada sauce so they're soft and pliable, and you put the black beans in it, and then you can put some fresh onion on in it too if you like, and you roll it up, and then pour some more enchilada sauce on top, and bake it just till it's warm in the oven for about 20 minutes or so, however long it takes for it to be warm. And then for the bean soup, we cook some vegetables on the stove to add to it. Just pick any vegetables you want, squash, zucchini, whatever you want, and just cook it on water on the stove. And then you add it to the beans you cooked in the crock pot, and you add some broth to the soup, and you put it in some of it, a portion of it, in the food processor, so to make it thick, make the soup thicker. And then another bean soup recipe is bean and rice soup. So you would take the beans from the crock pot, and then you cook some rice on the stove. Cook the rice till it's done, and then you just mix in the rice with the beans on the stove or in the crock pot. So you just mix the rice with the beans, and you can process some of the beans in the food processor, to make it thicker, and that's basically it for the rice and bean soup. And you can add some hot sauce to it if you like. And on exercising, I just want to say that you need to, if you have some weights at home, since we can't get out to a gym right now with the quarantine, use your weights at home. If not, then just exercise using your body weight. And I just want to say that you have to exercise intensely enough to work up a sweat. Because if you're not working up a sweat, I'm sorry, you're just not working out intensely enough, and that's it. So I know people that they exercise, go walking or something, and they don't even break a sweat. So and when you sweat, it's really good for you to sweat. It gets rid of toxins for one. And toxins, chemicals can cause cancer, so sweating can help to prevent cancer. So it's really good for you to sweat. And so I wanted to go ahead and play some music, and you can exercise with me if you like. And I'll cover more in the next video. We'll exercise again. Okay, stand up. Get marching, get moving. Marching on the right. Now we're going to squat. Ready? Squat. Put your weight in your heels. Remember to breathe. Come on, get up and move if you want to lose weight. You have to get off the couch. You have to actually move. Next, we're going to do lunges. Ready? Right foot forward, lunge, and back. Left foot, right foot, left foot. Right foot. I'm doing my left, and you're doing your right, so that I can mirror image you. Now we're going to kick the fanny, working your hamstrings here. Try to actually kick your fanny. Now we're going to punch forward. Do a lunge and punch. Now we're going to side lunge. Ready? Just one side. Now the other side. Now we're going to squat, hands up this time. Squat, hands up. We're going to side lunge and arms overhead this time. The other side. The high knees. Raise those knees. And we're going to step side to side. Side to side. Now rotate your hips, ready? Reverse. Now touch your toes, knees up. 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 Back side to side. And we're going to take 2 steps side to side. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. going to raise a knee on 3. Ready? 1, 2, knee. 1, 2, knee. You can touch the elbow to your knee if you like. Knee. Knee. 1, 2, knee. 1, 2, knee. 1, 2, knee. 1, 2, knee. How are you feeling? Let's stretch one leg forward. Reach for your toes with a straight back. Come up. Other side, reach for your toes. This is a really nice song. The toe taps. Pumping your arms. Side to side. March it out. Good job. Let's stretch it forward. Stretch. I'll turn sideways so you can see me. March. So we're going to open and close our arms. You kick your fanny. Toe taps. Good job. Okay, next we're warmed up. We're going to do windmills. Ready? Arms straight out. Touch your toes. Other side. Windmills. Keep going. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out when you go down. Breathe in when you come up. Now for a back exercise, we're going to lean forward and pull your arms down to a W, then a T shape, and then a Y. Down, up, show it from the side, show it from the back. Now let's roll the shoulders back. The shoulders forward. Shoulders back. Now touch your toes. And out. Touch your toes again. Up. Side to side. Now, can you do a burpee? Go down, hop your legs out, legs in, and up. Do it again. Down, legs out, in, up. Down, out, in, up. If you can't do a burpee, do a plank. You know how to do a plank? Go down, like you're going to do a push-up. Bottom down, straight back, and hold it. And try to do this for 30 seconds on your own at home. And come up. Let's stretch your arms. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Let's stretch one arm across. And elbow overhead. Stretch the other arm across. Elbow overhead. Now, just cross your right leg over your left. Cross. Doing a box step here. Okay, now cha-cha-cha. Now march on the right, or march on the left, march on the left. Now let's do the left leg over the right leg. There we go. Left leg over the right, box step. Now cha-cha-cha. Now march it on the right. We'll do the right leg over the left. Keep on doing the box step here. Cha-cha-cha, march it on the left. We're on our left. Now do left over the right. Here we go. Keep doing that box step. Dance like your daddy. Okay, good job. We're going to cool down. March it out. Stop right here because I don't know where you're at on your working out level. Toe taps. So I don't want to take it too hard for people who are not ready for exercising too much. Now let's trace the outside of your foot against the outside of your shoe on the floor for a good foot stretch. And reverse directions. Trace the outside of the foot against the outside of the shoe on the floor for a good foot stretch. Now the other foot. Trace the outside of the foot against the outside of the shoe on the floor for a good foot stretch. And reverse directions. Okay, stomach in, arch your shoulders forward like an angry cat. And then shoulders back, straight back, arch forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Do your arms up, and down, up, down. Gently tilt your right ear to your right shoulder, keeping that shoulder down for a gentle neck stretch. Now the other side for a gentle neck stretch. Then look to one direction for a gentle neck stretch the other way. Look forward with the other direction. Okay, good job. We're done. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Hang in there.